Something weird is happening in Charlotte that breaks every real estate rule. Inventory is up 24.6%. Homes are sitting longer, 54 days on average, but prices rose 1.4% this year. Meanwhile, Matthews prices are up 7%, while Waxhaw are down 13.4% in the same market, but going in opposite directions. I've been in this market for over 30 years, and today I'm walking you through exactly what's going on and how buyers and sellers can win before this window closes. Prices are still rising, but inventory and time on market also rising. In every textbook on real estate, page 1 says that when there are more homes for sale, prices should go down. Charlotte is ignoring that rule right now. Here's the deal. Charlotte's real estate market is in its own little bubble. But what does that really mean for buyers and sellers? While other cities follow predictable patterns, Charlotte just keeps defying expectations. So while inventory is up and homes are taking longer to sell, demand is still strong. Later on, I'll show you exactly how to use this extra time homes are sitting on the market to your advantage. But you need to understand the situation first. We're sitting on about 3.3 months of supply, which puts us slightly in a seller's market, but just barely. To put it into perspective, a balanced market is typically 6 months of inventory. Right now, we're still a little tilted in the favor of the sellers, but just a hair. So that is the big picture. But when you zoom in, that rebalancing I mentioned is not happening evenly. Mixed signals. Some parts slow down, others still red hot right now. The Charlotte market is sending mixed messages. Some sellers are dropping prices and waiting while other homes are still getting strong interest and selling quickly. It feels like two totally different markets running side by side. Some neighborhoods and price ranges are slowing down, but demand is still strong for certain property types, especially newly built homes, small lot homes, and townhomes. This creates a split market. You have a premium or hot segment and a more stuck mid-tier or older home segment. The single-family market between $450,000 and $800,000 shows solid sale activity. Listing price $500,000 and up have surged by more than 40%, which means sellers in this range aren't just competing with 2 or 3 neighbors. They're competing with more than 10 similar listings and new builds. At the same time, new construction homes in the $450,000 price point to the $600,000 price range continue to see strong buyer interest. About 36.7% of homes on the market right now had taken a price cut, according to Redfin stats. That's up 5% points from last year. However, the average home sits for about 2 months, but hot homes in desirable neighborhoods are still going pending less than 32 days. That's a gap of more than 30 days between the average and the best. The market is rewarding quality and realistic pricing while punishing overpriced and or dated properties. The condo and townhome market is softening faster than single-family homes. Inventory exploded by 38.8% over the past year, but in the more accessible $300,000 price to $500,000 range, there is still steady activity for fair, well-priced units, with listings in that range up 45 to 56% year over year. It is the mid-tier resale segment, especially older homes in the $450,000 to $800,000 range, that is really feeling that pressure. And homes priced at $500,000 and up have surged by more than 40%. Understanding this split helps you target the right opportunities. Now, all this only makes sense when you understand what is driving it. Why Charlotte keeps defying gravity. The real reason Charlotte keeps breaking the rules comes down to one thing. People keep moving here at a pace most cities would love to have. That steady stream of new residents is what keeps this market from acting like a normal market. Between 2023 and 2024, the Charlotte Concord Gastonia Metro saw a net gain of 57,300 residents through migration alone, averaging 157 people a day moving to the region. It saw such a strong surge in new residents from migration that it ranked 9th nationwide for net migration. The National Association of Realtors, NAR, named Charlotte as a top 10 housing hotspot for 2025, and it is not just the city itself. Every one of the 15 counties in the Charlotte region posted population gains. Iredell County was up 3%, Lancaster County up 2.6%, Stanley County up 2.5%. The unincorporated parts of Mecklenburg County are seeing some of the fastest growth also, with big pieces of land getting snapped up by builders left and right and turned into new neighborhoods, even farmland. When you have a constant wave of new people coming, you cannot expect prices to crash. The demand is real. The question is whether supply can keep up. Right now, supply is finally starting to catch up. Not beat demand, but catch up. We are still undersupplied in housing inventory overall, but in certain neighborhoods and price ranges, there is plenty of competition. Quick note, before we dive into the suburbs, if you're trying to figure out whether to buy or sell in Charlotte's chaotic market right now, I work with people navigating these exact decisions every single day. I'm Mark Weinberg, and I've been helping families buy and sell across Charlotte for over 12 years, but been here close to 30. My contact information is in this description below. All right, let us keep going. That population movement sets the base, but the real story shows up when you look at where people are actually choosing to live. The growing suburbs, Matthews is up 7%. Waxhaw is down 13.4%. Both places are growing in population, yet their home prices are moving totally different directions. That is how wide the gap has become. The latest median sale price in Matthews is $535,000. Homes here are selling in about 49 days. Most buyers looking in this area are shopping in the $450,000 to $500,000 price point, and it has ranged from a solid-sized home. Mint Hill is showing a similar pattern. The latest median price is around $505,000, up 3.1% year over year. Homes here sit for about 61 days. Most of the homes fall between $450,000 and $500,000. Huntersville sits between Charlotte and Lake Norman, so buyers get a mix of lake life and city life. The latest median price is $585,000 according to Redfin, which is actually down 5.3% year over year. Days on market around 61%. Most homes run between $550,000 and $600,000. And when we get to talking about selling strategies in a bit, you'll see why presentation and price strategies matter more in these cooling suburbs than anywhere else. Pineville is southwest of the city. The latest median price is $410,000, which is down 7.9% year over year. Homes here sit for about 53 days, and most listings land in the low $400,000 price point. Davidson has that small town feel with the college and close access to the Lake Norman. Most homes fall in the high $500,000 price point to the mid $600,000. Current Redfin data shows a median sales price of $563,000, which is down 5.5% year over year. Waxhaw saw a huge boom in recent years with a lot of new construction. The latest median sales price from Redfin is $485,000, which is down 13.4% year over year. Days on market have climbed to about 84 days. New construction at the higher end usually sits closer to $700,000 price point. However, so Matthews and Mint Hill are holding or gaining value, while Huntersville, Pineville, Davidson, and Waxhaw are seeing prices pull back. That is the split market showing up across different suburbs. Knowing these patterns helps you figure out your next move. What buyers should do right now. Right now, in many parts of Charlotte, you can actually see a home twice before you got to make that offer. That used to be a very rare occasion a few years ago. Today, it shows that buyers have a little more breathing room and power than they did during the peak frenzy. You are able to look at a few different homes and usually have the option to go back a second time before you have to pull the trigger and make that offer. For the first time in years, you are not missing out because someone else swooped in with a cash offer in less than 24 hours and trip the home off the market. Homes are sitting a little bit longer. You can take your time now. You still need to remember that this is a seasonal. In September, we had around 10,100 active listings. October was about 10,200. However, new listings brought to the market were around 4,500 to 4,900 homes monthly. November inventory typically remains steady or modest slightly. But when spring hits, inventory typically climbs significantly, especially in April and May, as the spring selling season peaks with more sellers entertaining the market. So, if you are shopping now, you have solid options, and spring might bring even more. Here is my advice. Look at the total cost of ownership, not just the list price. A $500,000 resale home might seem better than a $520,000 new build. But if the builder is offering $15,000 in closing costs credits and a 2-to-1 rate buy down, that new build can actually cost less in real life terms. Look, you can run the numbers, because this will help you figure things out. Do not just stare at the sticker price. Homes that are turnkey, freshly painted, professionally staged, and pre-inspected are still moving quickly. The best prepared homes still sell fast, so do not assume every home is going to sit for months. The ones that are priced right and show well still get competition. You are buying in a rebalancing market where you have more power than before. But you still need to move with purpose when you find the right home. So use this window, see properties, get full inspections, negotiate hard on repairs, walk away if something just doesn't feel right. There will be another house. Now, let us flip this and talk about the other side. What sellers need to know. If you are selling, buyers have options. And when buyers have options, sellers have to be competing. But there's a way to get ahead of the competition. Let me share how. First, you can't just pick any price you feel like that it's going to work. And you can't just add a little on top of whatever your neighbor got. You need a clear pricing plan that makes sense in today's market. Let's say over the last 2 or 3 years on your street, 4 doors down sold for $500,000. 2 doors down sold for $520,000. Across the street sold for $540,000. You can't say, well, everyone's going up and up and up, so I want to sell mine for $560,000. No, not going to happen. What we need to do is look at that yours is probably going to land around $515,000, not $560,000. You can't raise your number every time someone else sells. That doesn't mean your price gets jumped too. But $550,000, which is still a lot better than the $300,000 you paid 6 years ago. You're still in the win. You're still getting a strong return. Be realistic. One bold price cut beats 3 tiny ones every single time. Price it right on day one, and you can sell in about 30 days instead of sitting for 120. Second, presentation wins. Fresh landscaping in the front. New paint on the front door. New paint inside the house in neutral colors. Make sure the house doesn't have any bad smells. Make sure all the light bulbs are identical, matching. Give the home a real deep clean. Dust the fan blades. Replace the air filters and wipe down light switches, and make sure the door handles look nice and shiny. Also, if you have pet, fix any spots where they have scratched or chewed. Get a pre-inspection if you want to. Fix the things you know will show up on the buyer's inspection. Professional photos also are huge and important. Drone photos matter also. Virtual tours can assist much too. This is how buyers shop nowadays. If your listing looks old or sloppy online, many buyers will never even schedule a showing. Online is where they start. Third, offer a smart incentive package. Builders across Charlotte are offering rate buy downs, closing costs, assistance, and design credits, with some offering first year rates as low as 2.875 with the rate buy down, or up to $30,000 in total incentives. As a resale seller, you can get creative, also offering $10,000 towards closing costs, providing a home warranty, offering to help buy down the rate if the buyer uses a preferred lender. Sometimes a $5,000 credit is the difference between your home sitting for 90 days and selling in 2 weeks. Make these moves and you'll give yourself a real shot at selling in about 30 days. Skip them and you might sit around for about 120. Sellers who adjust to this market's win. Put yourself in that winning seat. Sellers who act like it's still 2022 lose. Charlotte is in a weird market and isn't going to stay weird forever. The people who understand this split right now, those who know which suburbs are holding, which are cooling, and how to price or negotiate accordingly. Those are the ones who are going to win and win big. Everyone else is going to keep wondering why the strategy isn't working. So if you're serious about buying or selling in Charlotte, the 2-speed market right now, my team and I work deals across these neighborhoods every single day. We know which suburbs are hot and which ones are cooling. Shoot me an email at mark@carolinaskyre.com with your timeline and what you are looking for. Let's build your custom game plan before this window shifts again. And before you go, if you're thinking about selling in this market, there's one more thing you need to know. I just put together a video on the biggest mistake sellers are making right now, from outrageous buyer demand to sneaky contract clauses and unclear agent terms that cost you thousands of dollars. I walk through exactly what to never agree to and how to protect yourself when selling your home here in Charlotte. The video is linked right here. Don't list until you watch it. Thanks for watching. Look forward to catching up with you next time.